Good up, people. How's it going? Hope you're well. So just thinking, us Eastern Indian, we had a lot of stuff right. We had Ayurvedic, holistic, yoga breathing techniques, all sorts of stuff, which science is finding as it to be fascinating. Our diet, it's got ginger, haldi, garlic, onions, chilies, ghee. You know what I mean? And it's got like legumes, all these things, chickpeas. You know what I mean? Whole wheat, whole grain, roti. It's all good for you. Do you know what I mean? And it's good for the immune system and stuff. All the turka and stuff like that. It's all good for you. So you know what I mean? We look at the Western thing and think, okay, we need to follow them and beg it with them. But we have a lot of stuff that was good. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff that was bad. But you know what I mean? We shouldn't be sellouts on little begs. Our marriage system was really good. Our traditional system was, if you get a pendu kuri from the bend, soft, feminine, soft spoken, hanji, yes ji, you know what I mean? They went by the husband's lead, they showed respect, you know what I mean? They dressed appropriately, they served the guests appropriately, they were in their feminine, looked after the kids while the man went on the farm and just done a bit of farming and came back. They made sure his free meals were there and stuff like that. And he was in his masculine, she was in his feminine. It was a good system. The reason why it kind of broke down is, you could say it's probably something to do sometimes with the in-laws or the man himself. If he was drinking too much, she stopped him while he was drinking, having affairs, then he would beat her. So it's the abusing the system. Yeah. If the system wasn't abused, or the man's good, he likes working for his wife and he respects that, how she looks after him, she's in her feminine, speaks nicely, shows respect, shows honor, doesn't do his bestie in any way, he'll provide for her and she provides for him in her way, then the system works. It only because a lot of men start cheating, drinking, nashas, hitting, that system broke down. But now it's like backfired. Now the feminist movement, women are totally out of their feminine, and it's really bad now. You can't, if you say like, oh, I don't like that dress, it's too figure hugging, you can't control me, you can't, you wah. Oh, I don't like you chatting to that guy. Oh, you are no man born that can control me. I can never be controlled. Wah. Any new argument, let's paint the room cream. I want this color for the baby. I want that. Who you? You do more for your parents than you do for mine, even when it's not true. Always argue. So you know what I mean? The traditional women were great. You know what I mean? They were in their feminine. It's a pity that men and in-laws abused it, and now that the traditional thing is seen as abuse. Like, if you say I want a traditional woman, people think you want a woman that you can abuse, which is bullshit. Traditionally, when the man's playing his role and the woman's playing a role and they were syncing as a system, it was great. But because a lot of abuse did happen, now when you say I'm a traditional guy, I want a traditional woman, not a modern woman, even though the modern system is failing, look at the divorce rates. No girl can stay in the house. In the house, it's really hard. There's argument. They're moving man to man to man to man. Do you know what I mean? Wedding to wedding to wedding. How many non-guardians are women going to have now? Because they're not in their feminine and the whole system's wrong. And if both of you are working, they need to come to a compromise, a balance, share the duties. Because then you're both in your masculine. So if the woman's working, she's in a masculine, right? But then the man has to kind of go into a feminine role as well to make an equilibrium. If you want to be proper masculine, then you don't let your woman work. So you need to get a top tier job. You need to get your education in. You need to be earning the bucks. Or you need to be able to afford the woman to stay at home and look after the kids. And that's going to be like the old traditional system. Trust me, man, the old traditional system was wicked.